This recipe produces a light, not too sweet cake using cherries from a tin or a jar. The liquid from the cherries is reduced and poured over the cake when serving. It's best served with cream, and it makes an excellent make-ahead dessert since it tastes even better after a couple of days as the cherries macerate and keep the cake moist. So, if you enjoy simple, elegant cakes that aren't too sweet, keep watching. I use a tart tin with a removable base, 28 centimeters, which is 11 inches in diameter, and I like to grease it the old-fashioned way with butter and flour and tapping out the excess. Today I'm using a 680 gram jar of pitted morello cherries that cost $5. I've also used tin pitted black cherries a few times, and both varieties produce great results. Drain the cherries over a small pot and set aside. In a bowl, place 1/4 cup of soft butter, which is 60 grams, add 2/3 cup of white sugar, and using an electric mixer, cream this for a few minutes until it's soft and well combined. Then add 2 eggs, one at a time, beating well after each addition. Gently sift in 1 cup of self-raising flour and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Pour in 1/2 cup of milk at the side of the bowl, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Using a spatula, gently fold the mixture and don't worry if there are a few lumps in the batter, then set this aside. Take a clean, dry bowl and separate 2 eggs. You'll only need the egg whites, so keep the yolks for another use. Whisk the egg whites until soft peaks form, but not too stiff. The more cherries, the better, so I take a big cup of the drained cherries and gently fold them through the batter. Lastly, fold the egg whites through, and don't worry if there are egg whites that aren't mixed through properly, it's best not to overmix. Pile the mixture into the prepared tin and gently smooth out the top. I like to place a few more cherries on top, not all of them because I reserved some for the syrup. Place in a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit, no fan, for 25 to 35 minutes or until the top is lightly browned. And whilst the cake is in the oven, place the reserved syrup over a low heat and reduce by about 3/4 or more until the liquid becomes syrupy. You should be able to run your finger over the back of a spoon and leave a mark. Stir in the reserved cherries, turn off the heat, and the syrup will thicken slightly as it cools. When the cake is ready, it should spring back to the touch. Let it cool for about 10 minutes or so, then remove the cake from the tin and I leave the base on. Sprinkle with icing sugar and serve with whipped cream. And since the cake is not overly sweet, you can add a couple of tablespoons of icing sugar to the cream when whipping if you want. Cut into slices and pour over some of that yummy syrup. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.